What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another episode of Dream Daddy. Last time we had what I'll say was probably a little underwhelming date with Joseph. We did not enjoy it as much, although we did it in hopes of getting some more clues regarding a messed up date that we had with Craig.
Yeah.
Which did not work out because that is not how it works, unfortunately. But that means now we are back on Dad Book. There is no more side quest, at least this time. We have 2 hearts with Craig, Matt, and Brian. We have 1 heart with Damien, Hugo, and Joseph. And we have 0 hearts with Robert. So, Amy, my question to you is, which dad are we going to message today?
Let's do Robert, because he has no hearts left at all.
Right.
And we've been to his house already because we went there with Craig.
Correct.
And it wasn't terribly terrifying.
He was a good cook.
And he made good food.
True.
So let's do Robert.
It was messy.
Yeah, but so was our house, so.
Sure. But we have
Peter's, I mean, not our house, but also our house.
But also our house, I was just going to say. Okay.
Moving on.
Robert Small is his name.
Oh, now I get why he tries to be so cool.
Because he's got a small penis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, again, I believe...
compensate somehow.
I believe I mentioned this way long ago, but the little, like, hey, or whatever things that he says when he first, like, shows up on the screen or whatever are voiced by Danny Avedon from Game Grumps. Hence, I mean, the creators of this game, Game Grumps. So, his little bio here we have not read yet. So it says, and his is in fact the last one we have not read yet. So, it says, when the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know it'll use this information against us, right?
I do know that.
So then it says, on a Friday night, you are most likely to make a deal in an alleyway, have it go badly. Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? Gun. Not a gun, just gun.
That's terrible.
What are your turn-ons? Don't talk to me.
That's just stupid.
What did you want to be when you grew up? A grifter.
That's pretty on par with what he actually did. So.
What's your favorite movie genre? Italian neo-realism.
No thanks.
What's your ideal date? Grave robbing.
Ew, no. That's just rude.
What do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. And I spend a lot of time thinking about, you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes?
I want to.
You want to?
Without the fear of being bitten. I want to.
All right, so are we messaging this freak show of a man?
Yes.
Okay. Jesus.
He lied about all of that shit.
Of course he did. That's his shtick. If we haven't figured it out yet.
Never give up, never remember.
That's right. Robert was pretty nice. A little odd, but nice. And ruggedly handsome.
Ugh.
We should hang out. I type out a message to him on Dad Book. Hey Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Want to grab a drink? I sit there for a couple seconds, hoping he'll message me back. Hey, it says that he read my message. I anxiously wait for a response. He left him on read, as we learned about earlier in this game.
Yep.
I anxiously wait for a response. Twiddle my thumbs or watch cat videos on the internet.
Watch cat videos on the internet.
I start down a rabbit hole of cat videos, and Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. I didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but by the time I watch maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back into my head. I jump back over to Dad Book to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy's busy. I might as well make the best of my day. I get up, walk to the living room, then sit down and turn on the TV. History Channel, Food Channel, or a game show?
Ooh, History Channel's the best.
You would. Oh, Naked and Afraid, Catching the Deadliest Ancient Aliens is on.
Ew, that's not history at all.
I mean, turns out, like how MTV is no longer music videos, History Channel doesn't talk about history a lot these days.
Fuck 'em.
TV. I'm so cold. I'm so scared. At this rate, I don't think we're gonna catch these aliens by day 50. I'm having trouble following this. Ancient astronaut theorists predict that being naked makes you 10 times more likely to find ancient aliens. Some suggest that aliens are fascinated with the human physique, most notably the butt. Hence the probing. Okay, I'm back in. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sighing, I get up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Goku to cook a gourmet delicacy. And then eat it really fast, shoveling it into his mouth like Goku does. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Make a sandwich, microwave some eggs, or mustard jar.
Ew, what? Make a sandwich, you animal.
I knew you were gonna say
What
that.
the fuck?
I make a sandwich in its entirety while standing there. Who needs plates?
I started out trying not to curse too much on this series. First thing in this episode, all I'm doing is cursing. Who eats mustard out of a jar?
Peter Goku, Chef Goku, as we've learned.
No.
The Sandwich, a lost art,
Sandwich?
because he made a sandwich while standing there. Remember? He said, who needs plates? I made a whole sandwich while standing here. So he presumably just assembled each individual part of the sandwich directly into his hand, one by one by one. So, bread, mayonnaise or whatever, you know, piece of meat, piece of cheese, piece of meat,
Gross. Just
mayo or mustard, and then
stop
top
talking.
bread.
Stop talking.
I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor.
You deserve it.
No! I look around and remember that Amanda's not home. This is still good. 5-second rule, right?
Oh, because she didn't see it, so it's fine? What the hell?
I reassemble my sandwich, peeling pickles off the floor
Oh.
and putting them back where they belong, in my mouth.
God. Didn't even rinse it first? There's probably so much stuck to that. Ugh.
Wait, I'm a wreck. I finish my snack and walk around the house some more, bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off a door. It would really bring the entire living room together. I wonder where I put that. Isn't that what you want in your living room?
Garbage?
I spend a couple minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk.
How many doors does he have in his living room?
Come on and slam! I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild.
No, they don't.
And welcome to the jam. That was a Space Jam reference.
This is horrible. What's happening?
This is what happens when Robert doesn't text us back. I pull up from the three-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words to this song. That's because they say that one line over and over again for at least a little while. No look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Something something Space Jam.
Oh my god. Can I just leave?
It's
Can
at
I
least
go?
it's at least welcome to the Space Jam. That's not that hard to remember. I managed to just barely defeat myself at horse before Amanda comes home. Then we cook dinner together. We're proud of ourselves for not even coming close to burning down the house. Mm-hmm. Aren't you proud of us, Amy?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, let me say something. Hopefully Robert gets back to us, because you could use somebody cooking for you. That's all I can say.
Afterward, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament.
What the hell?
Again, they mix and match all these shows.
Why would
so
you give a toddler a knife?
Exactly. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with a brown sugar demi-glaze with creme fraiche, of course. says the toddler, apparently. This is literally a jar of baby food. The toddler immediately bursts into tears. Are we bad people for watching this?
Yep.
Yes. Just then, my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Amanda and I walk over to the computer and check Dad Book. It's a message from Robert. You up?
Oh no. Netflix and chill.
What does that mean? WYD. What you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm watching television with my daughter, just working on my motorcycle.
Ew. Watching television with my daughter.
I'm watching television with my daughter. Wow, Dad, pretty square.
Or just the truth.
A couple moments pass by. Another message pops up.
Hey!
Want to grab a drink? Hey, that means he wants to hang out. I know what that means, Amanda. But it's kind of late. Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's your life, but I think you'd have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Ugh,
Really?
fine. Did you say not really?
Yeah. I was like, not really.
I type back a message to Robert asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's.
The one bar that's
Yeah,
around.
exactly. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night.
Oh, nice.
I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. I imagine that was a very lame wave hello. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Ahoy there, Skipper.
Oh, God.
We were coming to this bar. You didn't think Mary was going to be here?
No, I didn't. I was really hoping not.
Robert and Mary are here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along. Figured we needed a drinking buddy.
Why would you think that? Why would you ever think that?
Aw, man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me.
Ugh.
Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? Beer, something tropical, or whiskey straight up?
Ugh. I don't like any of those.
Yeah, but you're not Peter Goku. What is Peter Goku like?
I don't know. What is Peter Goku like?
I mean, contrary to what I just said, you're Peter Goku, so what do you think Peter Goku likes?
I don't know. Probably beer?
Okay. While admirable, I disagree. Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going.
Hey!
Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas.
Ew.
What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this.
Gee, it's almost like this is how they spend every fucking night of their lives. Because they're boring as hell.
Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on, we're bar hopping. Oh, all right.
Wait, there's another bar?
I guess so. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. I love how Mary's character figure here, I think, is just always meant to be holding a glass of wine, so they had to like cut off her index finger here because it was wrapped around the wine glass. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but like
It looks like she has indigestion. And she's
Yeah.
like,
pushing on her stomach a little.
yeah, except her face doesn't lead you to believe that she has indigestion.
Exactly. So, where are we headed? Irish Hour Drinking? It's an Irish pub.
Ew.
A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. There you go, Amy. You and Mary have something in common. You proud of yourself? Puns are the lowest form of humor, Peter.
Thank you.
Try harder. Did you just thank Mary for something?
Yeah.
You're gross.
She shouldn't get used to it.
I'm sure she won't. Ouch. Am I going to be the butt of the joke all night? Jesus, Mary, put your fangs away for a second. We walk into Irish Hour Drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round. What are you having? Whiskey
This
hasn't...
place is cute.
You like it?
Yeah.
Alright, so what are we picking? Whiskey hasn't failed me yet? Beer might be good, or do they make fruity Irish cocktails?
Well, we don't like whiskey, but once you start drinking things, you should probably stick to the same thing instead of switching it up. So whiskey it is.
Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Wow. He liked that. Let's do it. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey, and we post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and sidles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we?
Okay.
Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly.
Ew.
That's a classy lady right there.
Yeah.
Hey.
That'll put hair on your chest.
I don't need it, thanks.
Neither does she. You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey! Peter, be a dear and get us another round, will ya? I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen the guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So, Edith's kid snuck some pot brownies onto the table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweat-shirted gremlin in the act. So I go up to Edith with the baggie, and I'm about to tell her, when all of a sudden she just freaks out at me. "You're ruining the bake sale," she says. "I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad," and blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god. And I thought Mary was bad.
So what'd you do? I told her to have a brownie and that everything was going to be fine.
One of the pot brownies.
Of course.
So she'll mellow the fuck out.
They both erupt in laughter. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3.
Yes. Yes.
More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny.
Hey.
She called the cops and told them the time had stopped. Mary looks directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What? You know, the devil's lettuce.
No one calls it the devil's lettuce.
Right? I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Wanna blaze?
No, not even close.
What? No! I'm a law-abiding citizen, or you with the feds?
Hate all of those answers.
You hate them all?
So much. But yeah, I really don't want to smoke weed with this bitch.
Alright, well, I mean, the first 2 at minimum seem like they are both no's.
Yeah, so just pick one.
Pick one? Well, which do you think is going to endear us more to Robert, if that's what we're trying to do?
I mean, the what no is more direct, but the I'm a law-abiding citizen's probably funnier, so he would probably like that one more.
Okay, so that's the one you want to go with?
Yeah.
Okay. See?
Yep.
Weed is legal in Massachusetts? Then I am...
Massachusetts?
I guess. Then I am a super law-abiding citizen. Robert giggles helplessly.
Hey.
I'm I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor.
Hey.
Fine, fine.
Huh?
We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary.
Because you're drunker.
Exactly. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just wanted some time alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. Isn't Joseph wondering where you are? Lots of eligible bachelors around here, huh? Or could you get the next round?
Could you get the next round and then ditch her?
And then ditch her? She's probably walking closer to the entrance if we're further in a booth.
Booth's on that side, bar's on that side. She walks over to the bar and then you run.
Okay. You trying to ditch me, pal?
Oh, fuck yes.
I know. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you could just tell me to scram.
Okay.
I just... No, it's fine. Peter wants alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey.
Hey.
Now, if you fellas will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy.
Ew.
Right? Go with God. Nice seeing you.
Come on.
Deuces, nerds. Wow. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger-looking guy at the bar. Isn't she married to a minister? And she's got blunts in her purse.
Honestly.
She's drinking every night, and she's saying...
That's why he said go with God.
Yeah, and she's saying deuces, nerds when she leaves.
No, she's a shithead.
She grows on you.
No, she doesn't.
Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer. Well, she does. But what about her and Joseph? What about him? You know, they're married, and she definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and I gesture to her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at that young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh.
Nice.
Oh man, you know I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry. I got pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild in you?
No.
You know it? There's so much wild in me, or I have a child I need to care for.
Let's just say you know it, I guess. Generic as fuck.
Just blurt out, I have a child I need to care for. Just like scream it. Oh, he liked that. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting myself into? Thinking go... Wow, I'll try that sentence again. Those were not words that I just said, don't worry. Think you can go shot for shot? There's only one way to look cool here. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back. That's one. So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool, and he probably hates small talk. God, don't we all?
Yep. Sure fucking do.
Wow. If you ever say, what do you think of this weather or whatever? God, I immediately have opinions about you.
Yeah, you need whiskey for that. Put it that way.
So how are things? I hate small talk. Okay. Too many people, and this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence. Or they're afraid of what the other person's gonna think of the silence. It's pretty cool.
It's whatever.
If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence.
That's good advice.
Nothing wrong with two people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey.
No.
Oh. Alright.
Hey.
Robert and I Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer, Mary giving the hard sell to that young man, the young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Huh, maybe silence is nice sometimes. So, you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know. It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had, gone. No?
Hey.
Great. Me neither.
Love it.
Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you. Relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself to the bathroom, and I assume crawled out of the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard.
Yeah, you can tell because now his inner monologue is outer.
Yeah, you said the quiet part loud. You betcha. Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey. Inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists that it's not his birthday. Gross.
She's singing it like Marilyn
Monroe. It's gotta be. It's absolutely gotta be. We make our way out of the bar and back onto the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see. I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years.
Break into a liquor store right now?
And finally a liquor store. The liquor store may still be open.
Hey.
Wait here. I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. I take a sip. White Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting... It is delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me.
I don't like it.
I start to say something, think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier, and stop. I sip on my wine and watch cars drive by. Let's throw rocks at shit.
Okay.
What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. That felt good. He presses a stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. With feeling.
Oh god.
I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock.
Now he is
Back at
gonna
the
bring
stop
it to
sign.
the liquor store when he
Yeah.
like throws it through the glass.
I know what has to be done.
Oh god.
I got a problem with authority. I'm sorry, or this one's for you, Pappy.
The fuck? I got a problem with authority, I guess. Just throw the rock at the stop sign. Who cares?
I got a problem with authority! He likes that. I hurl the rock at the sign. It sails over the stop sign right into the window of a parked car, leaving a
I
crack.
fucking knew it.
Dude, run! I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, line in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. Ew. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I'm no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list?
Yeah.
Agreed. Suddenly my stomach growls. Oh man, I am starving. Let's get pizza.
What pizza place is open right now?
I can't argue with that. Where's good
We should
around
move
here?
to Massachusetts so we can eat pizza at midnight. Freaking go to liquor stores and shit.
We'll just live on a cruise ship, actually. You could probably get all that stuff 24/7 on a cruise ship.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. Someone who gets freaking motion sickness from riding a car.
That's fair. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It just needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I know just the place. I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Pizza Pizza.
I love it.
Don't ask me how I said that, but there was that little pause was me being terrified. I was not going to be able to say that right. But I did it. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh, wait, Peter, you're cool with pineapple on your pizza, right? Of course, or ew, no?
Of course.
God, you're so lucky you're picking. Ugh. God. Leave it in the comments. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate, so saturated with grease that I'm worried it'll fall apart. God, the best kind of pizza.
Ew. Gross.
We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we
Can we
eat.
get some extra napkins so we can dab?
Ew, don't do that ever.
No, dab
No, you
them.
just drink it.
Oh, that's fucking
Drink
disgusting.
it right down.
Why don't you just eat the plate?
Okay.
Oh, it's so tasty. It's got pizza grease on it.
Yeah, delicious. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious.
You can eat the plate, and I'll eat the pizza because it's got pineapple on it.
Yeah, exactly. The plate will probably be better. The pineapple.
Fucking asshole.
Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it.
It's definitely not the best.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of the worst.
No, it's fine. It's fair. There are times when it is appropriate,
Nope.
and there are times when it is not appropriate. And pepperoni is definitely the best, and anchovies is the worst.
I cannot disagree with the anchovies comment. I can disagree with the pepperoni comment. Pepperoni's fine, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Well, that's because you suck.
That's fair, I guess, as well. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Got any more of that wild in you? You betcha. I'm so tired, but I love my daughter and I should go home to make sure that she's all right.
You betcha.
We're gonna get some eggplants, I think, out of this.
Oh, God.
Yep, called it. Good on you. Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh.
Oh, it's a theater.
Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience and are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater, and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's finally realized he's in love with. Oh, so they're at the end. They're at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Kiss already!
Is Robert just me?
I was gonna say it earlier, but I guess we could wait till now. Sure, yes, I think Robert is you. Amy does that all the time during movies and television shows. Just anytime anybody's really close. They don't have to have any romantic attachment whatsoever, but if they're very close to each other, like if they're talking like inches away from each other's faces, Amy will just look at the screen and yell out,
I'm not. I just say make out.
Yeah.
I don't say kiss already.
no, but just the same idea,
Yeah.
same energy. There's nobody to kiss yet. You want him to kiss the taxi driver?
Yes.
Hell yeah. The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey, man. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, keep it down. Oh, damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. God, I forgot he named him Ernest Hemingway. Jesus.
It's so dumb.
It's really bad. Ernest! Hey, Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi!
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
I'm sure Ernest loves that. Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. Yeah, you
He's
would.
not gonna speak up again.
I turn back to Robert. He kiss anyone yet? It turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo! Love is dead. Shut up! It's beautiful!
Almost as beautiful as that brick wall they tried to build around you.
No, you shut up. Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're going to sit here and appreciate them. Okay.
The credits.
Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders. Catering. Fed a bunch of people so that they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy. We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew.
There's no way.
Nope,
if
it
he
moves
says
so
all that
quickly.
stuff about one person, there's no way.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say, I am the type of person who sits and watches the credits. But I only talk about the people with weird-ass names.
I was going to say interesting names, but otherwise, yes, I agree with you. Once it's finally over and he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film, we leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey, assholes! Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the knee.
Oh.
My knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway blocking our exit. Oh, what do you guys want? Why'd you go and throw a rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is going to be pissed. God,
No,
yeah.
he's not.
I'm
You're
Peter.
gonna be paying him for shit.
Ernest tosses another rock up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay.
Okay, how much is a movie? $10? Here you go. Have a 10.
Oh, well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and, like, movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity, and I'm probably going to feel super sore in the morning.
Oh, whatever. We'll deal with that later.
Oh.
We ruined it for you? That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back! That was a beautiful love story with really genuine acting!
Oh my god. This dude sucks so much.
You call that good acting? What classist mainstream slop have you been served your entire life?
Well.
What? Have you ever seen any Michael Powell? A Matter of Life and Death, 1946? Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness.
Okay.
Listen, man! No,
Look
you
at his
listen.
eyes. Crossing.
No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You, of all people, should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ernest's friend. Oh, now you've done it! Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee.
No. Okay, maybe he's not terrible.
Ah!
Don't say my name! Why would you say that name?
He's far from Batman, I assure you.
Oh, whatever.
I dive between Ernest and Robert trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck my knee!
Alright, somebody's gotta hit this kid.
Excuse me?
Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Fuck, my fucking knee hurts.
How dare you?
Jesus, what the hell just happened? Alright, buddy. Talk like a punk, get hit like a punk.
Oh no.
Robert squares up into a boxer's stance. Queensbury rules, 3-minute rounds with 1-minute rests in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J-grabs, or high blows.
Okay. I don't know what a high blow is.
What? I assume a face shot.
Oh.
And don't even think about pulling an illegal turnstile. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points. You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it. Hey man, oh sorry, Ernest's friend. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked.
Right?
It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die.
What?
Dare you?
Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensbury.
Oh, it's too good. It's
Wow.
too fucking good.
We're just gonna go.
That's right, you are.
Ernest and his friends warily back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensbury Association will hear about this and consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable.
Oh.
You throw the
Damn it.
rules at him.
I really wanted him to get hit.
You throw the rules at him, though, they always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensbury-sanctioned throwdown.
Right.
But full disclosure, I made half of that up.
I'm sure he did.
Wow. See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here. Robert and I cooled down a bit as we walked back into the neighborhood. I'm so sorry. I get really into the art of filmmaking when I drink. What a hell of a thing to have be
fucking
the
random,
focus of your drinking.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever see any Sam Fuller? I haven't.
Oh boy.
Fuller is cash. Thanks for defending my honor, thanks for the dinner and a movie, or thanks for the adventure.
Dinner and a movie.
Dinner was $4 and the movie was free, but you got it. Robert throws an arm around my shoulder, and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstep.
Oh boy.
This was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms on his cheeks. A rare sight. Let's hang again soon, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, so this is the end? We don't even get to watch a movie?
We did watch a movie.
A good movie, not a shit movie that was only the end.
I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside, and I stumble my way back home. Don't smoke. That's a solid dad tip. Date complete. Wow. We got very few points on the
Thingies.
sliders, but we got,
So we got an A.
we did get an A rank, yeah. Okay. So yeah, no fiscal responsibility. A little bit more worthwhile hobby. Less whiskey, more paranoia, less white wine, and whiskey again. Okay.
Welcome. You've got dads.
The achievement for Robert was Knife Dad. All right, so Amy, what I'll say for now, we'll probably end this episode here, and there will be more next week, don't you worry. But what I'll say is, because this was a bit of a shorter episode, I think, than usual, maybe I'm wrong, but I'll ask you now. We've gone on at least one date with every dad.
Yeah.
We've gone on 2 with Craig, Matt, and Brian, on 1 with everybody else. When we started this game, right? Or at least when we were like a couple of episodes in or whatever, before, like when we first got Dad Book, you really weren't a fan of Damien, right? You weren't really a fan of Joseph, and you weren't really a fan of Robert. And maybe Hugo as well. I mean, it took us a little while to go on our first date with Hugo. But what do you think of the variation of choices of these dads?
Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job of like capturing different personalities here. And I definitely kind of changed my mind about the people that I liked versus like how I judged them at the beginning without necessarily knowing that much about them.
How so?
Joseph's cooler than I thought he was.
Okay.
Even though our date with him sucked.
Yeah.
Damien is way cooler than I thought he was. And I actually liked our date with him. And I even actually liked going to the school and like figuring out what his son did to that idiot Ernest kid. I really don't care for Craig that much. Every once in a while he says something funny.
Yeah.
But most of what he says is just kind of lame. Matt is like, I don't know, someone that I thought I would like best, but I don't know, he's kind of lame too, because he's all about the stupid puns, and I hate them.
He was your first love, maybe.
Brian, I feel like, is a little cooler than I thought he was too, because I feel like they really, in the beginning, they really make him out to just be like this competitive guy who's like rough and tumble, good with his hands kind of thing, and that's really it, like super one-dimensional. And having gone on the date, you get to like find out that he's more multifaceted than that.
Yeah.
Robert, I actually enjoyed that date. I thought he was really funny. I actually, he laughed as well, which is nice because that doesn't happen. So I was kind of hoping he would cook for us, but
Maybe
pineapple
in later.
pizza is a close second. So.
Ugh. Maybe in later dates, like
Yeah.
you're not going to get up in his house in the first date,
Well, he's not that kind of girl.
Yeah, except that he is, because if you recall, the first time we met him, we were given the opportunity to have sex with him, so...
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, the first time we met him was at that bar, and he, asked if we wanted to go home with him.
Oh,
So-
no, I didn't remember that.
I mean, I don't know how far it would have gone, because we didn't, but he gave us the option where you were like, ew, no. So...
Yeah, that's sketchy as fuck.
And then you didn't say anything about Hugo.
Yeah, I mean, Hugo is... I don't know. I feel like he's still pretty one-dimensional. So maybe once we go on a date or two with him, we'll get to see what's under the surface.
Well, we went to
a
the
little bit
aquarium with him.
Yeah.
/ school field
But
trip
that was a
chaperoning with him.
side thing, wasn't it?
Nope.
That was okay. That
We
was our
went,
date.
well, again, we've gone on at least one date with everybody. So, again, 2, 2, 2, but then 1, 1, 1, and 1. So,
Okay.
but regardless,
Yeah, the only thing we really found out about Hugo on that date was that he knows too much about fish, and he's fascinated at looking at them, which is kind of cute.
yeah, and he doesn't know a lot about penguins, as he tried to vamp while we went to go try to get
He
that
has-
girl out of there.
Zero knowledge of penguins.
Yeah. All right, so then, tune in next time and we will find out who we're messaging next. Are we going for the third heart with Craig, Matt, or Brian? Or are we going for a second heart with Robert, Joseph, Hugo, or Damien? Again, tune in next time and we'll see what Amy decides. The best way to find out when that video comes out is to subscribe down below and ring that bell so that you will get notified when that video comes out, as well as the other series on this channel. You can also check out our other channels and our other series, both on this channel and those other channels, and you can subscribe over there as well.
Say channel again.
Channel. We would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below about this episode, about Amy's feelings regarding the dads. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We would love to hear from you. Continue the discussion with us and your fellow commenters. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
Channel. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.